Cinema St. Louis is a small arts nonprofit. We present annual film festivals around town. We started in 1992 with our largest film fest, the St. Louis International Film Festival. And since then, we've added on additional festivals throughout the year. We also offer free filmmaking camps for local students, as well as educational screenings for students throughout SLIF.
Light. The orchestrated illusion.
We've been lucky over the years. SLIF has garnered a lot of attention. In 2019, we were included in USA Today's top 10 film festivals to explore. We are also one of only around 80 film festivals around the world that is Academy sanctioned for our shorts program. We show upwards of 400 films during that 11-day festival, and the majority of those are independent films, most of them from other countries. We do get some of the big studio films because people do turn out for those. But the films that we choose are more of an art house nature, so we're very careful in how we curate the films that we choose to show. There's a different type of education and self-awareness that takes place when you give yourself that time to experience an art house film. I think it's an interesting way to kind of tell the history of society, to immerse yourself in this other world. We as an organization has preserved and tried to treasure and educate others on the impact it can have on a person and their relations with others in the community.
That was really how it started, was a group of film lovers who wanted to share their passion with the St. Louis community. St. Louis needed something more. We weren't getting some of the top-notch foreign films, some of the independent films. We knew there was so much more going on internationally. There were people who were eager for opening those doors to more offerings. So in 1992, we said we need to organize, do something. It was just for a weekend, and that was what we thought it was always going to be. But we just wanted to bring some films that deserved attention, that we knew people were missing. Our expectations were very modest. We just wanted to have a great weekend celebrating film that didn't get here otherwise. We were very happy with the response that we got. We found that there was a community that cared about this and a hunger that wasn't being met. And so that encouraged us to keep going. Finally, in 1998, the name was changed to St. Louis International Film Festival. Eventually, the name was changed to Cinema St. Louis because it became so much more than the film festival.
The Hi-Pointe is quite a magical place. It is the oldest art house cinema in the city of St. Louis. In 1906, it was actually an amusement park called the West End Resort. There was a student film made in 1916 that showed what this area looked like. And it was, a farm here, a building there. It was very sparse. And then as things started to grow from there, a theater was built. It was a very popular theater, and then the James family purchased it in the 70s, and they're a multi-generational family of cinema operators and owners. With the theater being on the highest point of St. Louis, it has been a very recognizable gem for the community. George and Georgia, James, just decided that it was time to transition out of it. And it was one of those things where we happened to be in the right place at the right time, and the stars aligned. We were actually looking for venues for SLIF this last November, and we had a conversation with them and thought, why not ask if they're ever interested in selling to think of us? When we discovered this opportunity, we saw it as a way not only to establish a home for our organization, but to truly create a central location for film lovers, filmmakers, and to save one of the last art house cinemas in the city of St. Louis. As a small arts nonprofit with presenting film festivals, we have been nomadic in nature over our 31, now 32 years. And it's been a rough go, especially coming out of COVID, where we didn't know if commercial venues or our typical nonprofit venues would be available to us. So we really were interested in finding a place that we could make a home so that we could do even more in terms of sharing our love of film with the St. Louis community. Our goal is to build a strong filmmaking resource for filmmakers, and by doing so, we hope that it kind of takes filmmaking to the next level.
I'm hoping that it starts to be a space that filmmakers come to more regularly. I feel like this new change with Hi-Pointe is just going to be amazing because we'll be able to feel like this is home. But how great will it be if we can all generally be in one space rather than scattered across the city?
Cinema St. Louis is so invaluable. They have become something much greater than we ever dreamed of.